Ilia Topuria has officially vacated his UFC featherweight championship, opting to move up to the lightweight division, a decision that has surprised many but has also been anticipated for some time. Dana White confirmed that Ilia felt he had accomplished everything he set out to do in the 145-pound weight class, and he could no longer make the weight comfortably. This is a significant move for the young champion, as it's rare for a fighter to relinquish a title so early in their career, with Conor McGregor being the only one in UFC history to have done so at a young age. Ilia has been very vocal about his ambitions to conquer the 155-pound division, and while fans thought he might dive straight into a title fight with Islam Makhachev, that may not be the case after all. Ilia himself has shown interest in fighting Charles Oliveira first, a matchup that could serve as a high-profile introduction to the division. Islam Makhachev, meanwhile, has stated that he would prefer to see Ilia earn a win at lightweight before challenging for the belt, adding more layers of uncertainty to the situation. Despite this, Ariel Helwani reported that all signs are currently pointing to Ilia going directly into a title fight with Makhachev. While nothing is officially confirmed, the idea of the two fighting during International Fight Week has been gaining momentum. Dana White has said that the UFC will announce something once they have everything lined up, but it's clear that Ilia's decision to vacate the title is far from random. The reason for Ilia vacating his featherweight title seems to be largely due to issues with cutting weight. While nothing is official yet, the possibility of Ilia skipping over Charles Oliveira and jumping straight into a title fight with Makhachev remains real. Islam Makhachev recently addressed the growing talk of a potential fight with Ilia, and while he questioned the purpose of such a matchup, he also left the door open for it. Makhachev emphasized that money is not a motivating factor for him anymore, stating that he's already earned enough and has fought fighters from smaller divisions before. However, Makhachev acknowledged that he has already beaten all the top contenders in the lightweight division, and that if both the fans and Dana White push for a fight with Ilia, he would be open to it. Makhachev's manager, Khabib Nurmagomedov, on the other hand, believes Ilia should prove himself in the lightweight division before getting a title shot. Magomedov suggested a fight between Ilia and either Dustin Poirier or Charles Oliveira to establish Ilia as a legitimate contender at lightweight. According to him, this would avoid the situation where Makhachev would have to defend his belt against another fighter coming up from the featherweight division. He pointed out that Makhachev has already defended his title against featherweight champions and feels that it would make more sense for him to face someone from a higher weight class. If this fight happens, it would mark Makhachev's third title defense against a fighter coming up from 145 pounds, which Makhachev himself has expressed does not feel as rewarding. As for the move to lightweight being confirmed, it's already stirring up tensions, particularly with Islam Makhachev. Makhachev has been very vocal about his belief that Ilia doesn't deserve an immediate shot at the lightweight title, and Khabib Nurmagomedov, Islam's head coach, has shared similar sentiments. Khabib reiterated that Ilia hasn't fought in the lightweight division yet and should first prove himself there before even thinking about a title opportunity. Khabib emphasized that Makhachev has already faced challenges from featherweight champions, including his 2 victories over Volkanovski, and questioned why Ilia should be granted an immediate title shot without having fought a single fight in the division. Ilia, however, has responded to this criticism with confidence, stating that if he wants to, he can finish Makhachev and knock him out with ease. In an interview, Ilia claimed he doesn't want to say too much because the UFC has asked him not to, but hinted that there are major announcements coming soon. Ilia expressed his admiration for Makhachev, calling him a great champion, but also made it clear that he has a lot of things working against Islam that could make their fight difficult for him. Ilia went on to say that all he needs is one punch, and he believes that he'll land it because he doesn't throw his punches recklessly, but waits for the right moment. Ilia emphasized that when the moment comes, he will land that punch, and it will be up to fate whether Islam sleeps or not. Despite the growing tension between Makhachev's camp and Ilia, it seems that a fight between the two could be the most logical next step for the lightweight division. Makhachev was originally set to defend his title against Arman Tsarukyan at UFC 311, but Tsarukyan pulled out of the fight just a day before the event, which left the UFC with no clear contender for Makhachev to face. With no other top lightweight contenders available, Ilia Topuria is now in the perfect position to step in for an immediate title shot. According to reports, the UFC is planning for Makhachev and Ilia to square off during International Fight Week, which will culminate in UFC 317 on June 28th. This could potentially be one of the biggest challenges Islam has faced during his title reign. Khabib Nurmagomedov's recent comments about Ilia Topuria potentially skipping the line for a lightweight title shot have sparked significant reactions, not just from fans, but also from Ilia himself. Khabib, who is a major figure in Islam Makhachev's camp, has been very vocal about his belief that Ilia hasn't earned the right to fight for the lightweight title just yet. He's made it clear that Ilia has not fought in the 155-pound division before, and as such, he doesn't believe Ilia should be granted an immediate title shot against Makhachev. According to Khabib, Ilia needs to prove himself in the lightweight division before he can challenge for the title. Ilia, however, has responded with confidence and fire. He has fired back at Khabib's comments, sending a clear warning to Islam Makhachev. Ilia believes that he is more than ready to take on Makhachev, regardless of his lack of experience at lightweight. He's made bold statements, claiming that if he gets the chance to fight Islam, he will finish him quickly. Ilia's confidence is unmistakable. He's not waiting around for his opportunity. He believes he's earned the shot based on his skills and accomplishments. This has led to a bigger debate. Does Ilia deserve a title shot right away, or should he prove himself more in the lightweight division before getting that chance? Fans are divided on the matter, and opinions vary widely. Some believe Ilia's dominance in the featherweight division is enough to warrant an immediate title shot, while others feel that he needs to face top-ranked lightweights before making a claim for the belt. If this fight between Islam and Ilia does happen, it will undoubtedly be a massive event. The hype surrounding a potential showdown between the lightweight champion and a rising star from the featherweight division would draw major attention, and the anticipation would be sky high. However, it's not just Khabib who has weighed in on the situation. Islam Makhachev's coach, Javier Mendez, has also shared his thoughts on the matter. Mendez admitted that Ilia is indeed skipping the line, but he added an important point. UFC, like many combat sports promotions, isn't purely about competition. Mendez noted that in true sports, skipping the line would be a big problem, but in the UFC, entertainment and fan interest often take precedence. He mentioned that if the fans want to see this fight, the UFC will likely give them what they want. He referenced the example of Chael Sonnen, who often bypassed other contenders for big fights, highlighting that UFC sometimes prioritizes excitement over rankings. Mendez also addressed the comparisons between Ilia and Conor McGregor, another fighter who famously bypassed rankings early in his career. While there are some surface-level similarities, both are confident and charismatic. Mendez didn't see Ilia and McGregor as being alike. He described Ilia as a class act, someone who doesn't stir up drama like McGregor did early in his career. Mendez also praised Ilia's performance in the octagon, stating that Ilia has the skills to back up all of his confidence. While Ilia may be skipping the line, Mendez believes he has earned the chance to prove himself at the highest level of the sport. The debate surrounding Ilia's title shot is ongoing, and it's clear that whether he deserves the opportunity or not is subjective. However, there is no denying that the potential fight between Islam Makhachev and Ilia Topuria has the ingredients to be one of the most exciting and high-stakes matchups in recent UFC history. The buzz around this possible clash of champions continues to grow, and if it comes to fruition, it could be one of the biggest events the promotion has ever seen.